Hey friends, welcome to Heartland Family Adventures. Today we invite you to join us for dinner at Chefs de France, one of the amazing dining reservation locations at the France Pavilion at Epcot. This restaurant is open for lunch and dinner and serves classic French cuisine. The decor makes you feel like you're in a cafe in Paris, with beautiful ceilings and large windows that face out to the World Showcase. We definitely recommend getting dining reservations for this location in advance because it books up very quickly. Some of their signature dishes include the beef tenderloin, onion soup, and the roasted duck. They also have a nice wine list with imported French wines and a creme brûlée or chocolate tart for dessert. We're trying some of the favorites today and welcome you to join us. Bon appétit! Bonjour! Hey guys! Tonight we are at Le Chefs de France for our dinner and for our day at Epcot. I ordered the French onion soup. This is supposed to be a really good, really good here, so I'm looking forward to this. It is huge, but it looks delicious. And I also got the goat cheese salad. You see like a little nugget of goat cheese here in the middle. And this looks really good as well with grapes and tomatoes and your salad. So kind of a light option there. You want to show them your charcuterie plate as well?
I got the charcuterie plate. Cheeses and grapes and some bread. Walnuts.
It's their signature French onion soup. This is one of the appetizers on the menu. And it's topped with Gruyere cheese. That looks absolutely just delectable, delicious. And another one of the appetizers on the menu is the salade de chèvre chaude, baked goat cheese. It has walnuts, fresh grapes, tomatoes, endives, and mixed green salad. So this looks really good. I was trying to go for a lighter option for to combine two appetizers for my entree. We also got a crispy French baguette, and Dave is working on his charcuterie over here. We also got a couple glasses of wine, the Cabernet Sauvignon, and a Pinot Noir, and they're both very good so far as well. What do you think of the cheese? Looks like you've got a brie.
It's a brie.
Nice bread, some walnuts, grapes. You also got like a prosciutto. Looks really good. What do you think so far? Good choice. You happy with the appetizer?
It goes really nice with that.
This is 3 out of the 4 appetizers on the menu that they offer. The only thing we didn't get was the escargot. I'm gonna try my salad first. I have this baked goat cheese here in the middle. I'm gonna try to cut into him and get a little bite of everything. Some of the tomato and the greens. We also have a grape in here and some walnuts. Didn't get very much greens. There we go. That's a really good bite. The creaminess of the goat cheese really pairs well with the vinaigrette, and the pop of the burst of flavor from the grapes and the tomatoes. That's very nice. I really enjoy this. It's nice, just light, easy light salad. Good to have before your meal, especially since a lot of the entree options are kind of heartier and more savory options. Very classic French. This is kind of a nice light appetizer to start before your meal. So definitely recommend the salad. This is very good. Fresh flavors, nice sharp vinaigrette. Yeah, and I'm not usually a huge like goat cheese person, but I really like this actually. It has a nice richness to it. There's a nice richness and creaminess to go good with the vinaigrette. I like that. All right, I'm gonna try the French onion soup. Break through the cheese. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is a Gruyere cheese on here.
This is one of the dishes that they're known for.
Oh my goodness, this is what they're known for, and it just looks amazing. Oh my goodness, look at the cheese. I got a big chunk of onion there too. And it's hot. It's hot. I'm gonna try not to burn my mouth. I can see why this was one of their signature items. That is absolutely amazing. The Gruyere cheese, perfectly balanced against the sweet onions in the broth. I'm gonna get another bite. Try not to burn my mouth. This cheese is just so stringy. That is so comforting. So good. The sweet onions and the cheese. This is such a nice savory soup, balanced with salad. Yeah, I definitely recommend the soup. You can't go wrong with this. If you like French onion soup, you won't be disappointed. This is a really good one. All right, it's time for the entree.
Time for the steak.
Yeah.
Best value is definitely get the steak. So, and you can't go wrong with the steak.
Yeah. This is a great value on the Prix menu. Normally, the beef tenderloin would be, I think it was 37.
36, 37
yeah.
by itself.
So by itself, the Prix is, what was it, 49?
The appetizer and the dessert, and
yeah,
you get and a wine and another drink.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get a
it's great,
or a coffee. I got a coffee with my
great value. You got the charcuterie appetizer and then of course this entree, and then we'll get the creme brulee for dessert, and then you got a glass of wine, the Cabernet, and then you'll get a cup of coffee as well to go with the dessert, and all of that included in the Prix. That's a great value.
For Disney, that's a great deal.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. It's
cooked perfectly. I asked for medium. That looks perfectly medium.
That looks really, really good.
All right, so this is a peppercorn sauce.
And it comes with mashed potatoes and roasted green beans.
Perfectly tender. That sauce is great.
It's a wine sauce, probably.
Yeah. Normally I'd say kind of like a steak just by itself, but I do like that sauce. I'll try it by itself too.
Is it cut really well?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty tender?
It's really tender.
Yeah.
Tender. By itself, though, it's kind of lacking in flavor, to be honest.
But the sauce helps?
The sauce helps a lot. The sauce is it's a very good sauce.
Probably has a high seasoning in the sauce, but the steak isn't as seasoned.
Yeah, I think lacking seasoning.
But the seasoning is in the sauce, I bet.
Let's see what you think of it.
Yeah. I'll try a bite and see.
I'll try the potatoes.
Yeah. They look really creamy.
Very creamy potatoes. Yeah. But again, I don't think there's not I don't know if they put any butter in there really.
I think that's characteristic of French cuisine, though.
Yeah. But again, with the sauce, it's really good.
Yeah. Some green beans, just some fresh roasted green beans.
Yeah, the green beans are very good. They're very fresh, perfectly cooked.
Very good. Awesome. I can't wait to try a bite. All right, let's take a bite. Let's see what we think. I'm gonna make sure I get some of that sauce in there too. It's very tender. I tend to agree with you though. It's not the meat. The meat itself is very simply prepared, just seared and then probably finished in the oven. It seems like it anyway, because it's perfectly cooked. But it's not very highly seasoned. Not a lot of salt. But the salt is coming through in the sauce. So definitely make sure you utilize that sauce or the potatoes when you're eating the bites of your steak. By itself, yeah, I agree. It's not typically, the food that we tend to eat is a little more seasoned than that. So that might be more French cooking. It is very good, very tender, very flavorful. I mean, the flavors of the meat is very good. Just not as seasoned as I would have expected. Yeah, definitely use that sauce. Alright, we got the creme brûlée. This was our dessert choice option for the Prix menu. Let's check it out and see how it is. It's very crisp on top. It's gotta do the creme brulee break test. Oh, there it goes. Oh. Perfectly crisp on top. Let's take a bite. Very nicely done. The top, the sugar, the crystallized sugar on top is so perfectly charred. You get that almost burnt flavor, like that, caramelized sugar. Like, it's so good with creme brulee. But the cream is nice and sweet. Yeah, this is great. This is a great creme brulee. Just a classic creme brulee. But I love how well charred it is on top. Nice crunchy top on there. You'll have to try this out and see what you think.
I want to break it too. The fun
Do
part.
the break test. Cracking it. Oh, look at that big flake.
Got a good bite there.
I love seeing the facial reactions. What do you think?
It's a good creme brulee.
Yeah.
It's one reason I like to get creme brulee though, because it's pretty.
It's really safe. Pretty safe dessert option a lot of times. Some places I think definitely will do it better than others.
I think it's really that.
But it's one of those.
Top, how well
yeah,
they do.
It's how well they do the crisps kind of sugar topping.
Very good. Very good.
Look at that. It's one of the desserts I think we get almost every place that we go that offers that as a dessert option. It's kind of a go-to for us.
Pretty much, yeah. It's delicious.